Hi, welcome back. It's your girl Briera, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. I would like to do a quick angel guide oracle reading for the Aries. This will be an angel guide oracle reading that helps to focus on your strength, heart, and guidance at this time. I would like to call on the Holy Spirit and my spirit team to please come to my side to help me deliver divine messages that is of the highest white light. Remember, these messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. So let's just jump right into your angel guide oracle reading, Aries, and see what your strength is at this time and what's in your favor in the current situation. No, Aries, I feel like it's all about truly being yourself, okay? Just be yourself. Be yourself. Because you know that saying, like, treat your mother and your father, well, because you only get one of them. But you got to be yourself because there's only one of you. So it's kind of how you have to look at it. We have, yes, okay, our serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. I feel like take value in someone with heavy influence from a past life that is with you at this time, okay, Aries? I feel like it's this angelic protection. It's someone that has been with you since your roots, That's very significant to say it in that manner. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But it's all about ease and grace, okay? Having compassion, okay? Making sure you are truly in this ability of seeing yourself and others so that you are able to stand by others without judgment, okay? I feel like you are the gift to earth. You have to know that, feel that. And I feel like you should know and appreciate that the miracle actually supports you, though, right? Regardless of how you see it, put it, twist it, turn it. At least the miracle supports you in what you're doing. So continue to move forward and reach your potential or your full potential and whatever you have going on, even if that means developing in life, as just being a regular individual without a certain skill or craft, but just being better at life so that things aren't chaotic and you aren't stressed about things that is meaningless, right? So because life matters. And then I know, and that's the way that parents work, right? They find a way to make you then, because when you stop focusing on the stuff that is like meaningless, you realize the stuff that is very important, and then you have time to focus on what's important, and then you have to see that, okay, now it's another level to understanding that, okay, well, now where do we get the help that we need when we reach a level of understanding that life is going to just continue to go into full circle, but as long as you keep that balance of understanding that you're always growing and you're always learning and you're always developing, so no matter where you are on the spectrum, just understand the connections for what they are, and you continue to move forward. Don't feel like you have to reach back and look back and sit there and be saddened by the experience of understanding that I am one person. I have done what I can, and to my knowledge, and the only person I have to answer to if I haven't done people wrong in this physical world is God. And if I have done people in this world physically, wrong, and then it's like, so. Stop. We have soul star activation, okay? And I feel like, yeah, just fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are, okay? Seeing the blessings and abundance for what it is, understanding the support for what it is, okay? Don't be in this energy of juggling too many things, people, places. It's dangerous to do such a thing. So, see your authority and the power that comes from paying attention, from understanding that you don't have to always move cautionally. You can proceed, you can be seen, you can allow the world to see the real you, because sometimes that's what's needed more than, being what the world expects you to be. So, yeah. Let's see what the guidance is for Aries. Higher heart activation, okay? And I feel like that's what it's all about, is making sure that you are in this energy of divine love, okay? That it's not no wishy-washy, shaky, over procrastinating, overly paranoid about right and wrongs, right? See, or lack thereof, right? Because it could be a lack thereof that is a problem as well. So you just always pay attention, and what is the red flags? And if it's a red flag, you have to make sure it's a red flag for everyone, right? So it's like, yeah, it's like, what do you do in situations where things just happen on the angelic realm of knowing and understanding before it's physically known? I don't know. Exactly. I see 10 of cups and 5 of pentacles. It's like, yeah, because it's like, are you breaking your own heart, or is there this, backstabbing, putting you in energies that you aren't actually supposed to be in? What is it, right? So, honesty over everything. And remember, exactly, the continued illumination. So that's why it's like, no one is purposely trying to focus on individuals, right? That's never been the target or the goal ever, like in no way, shape, or form. So it's nice to see certain things. So you have to know the protection that one would have over something by that never being what that was intended to be. And it's not, and yeah, and that's what's like, that's why it's like, mm-hmm. And it's like, and I feel like, and that goes into full circle, like what is the delay or the misconception of what it is? And it's like, and it's fair that people have lives and things are what they are and stuff is what it is, but at the same time, it also appears to the naked eye and to the naked mind that this is what's being laid out because of the intimidation of what one would appear to be. So you just have to understand it for what it is. no, yeah, nobody will ever be in any fear of what men may perceive as being gold. What's the serious star blessing? Ease and grace, though. Ease and grace. Understand that it's all about learning, flowing with life, not holding on to the perceptions and the perspectives for dear life, but not stewing away from what resonates, what speaks to you, what actually makes a lot of sense internally and externally, right? And that's just on an individual basis. And then you start to involve yourself or the opinions of others into how you live life. Because at the end of the day, you can be born into some stuff. You can be created or called on. Yeah. But we're not gonna get on like that today. It's a serious star blessings here. With the Four of Pentacles. Yes, perceive, be seen, push through. Of truly letting it be known of what the delay is, what the suspense is, what the inheritance is. That's actually really great. But at the end of the day, it's letting it be known of why you hold on so dear to certain things and why certain things matter to hold on to, like being yourself, like actually being someone that understands the value of loving on yourself through the pain and suffering of learning more about who you are. It's really appreciated, the time and energy, regardless of how any of it plays out in anyone's life, and you have to see that even on the negative end. It's like you have to see the value of learning, and if you don't learn, then you won't, then I won't be talking to you. But you have to see the value of learning. Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups here. And it was in reverse because I've never flipped it over, because it came out again a time before this reading and I didn't, and it came out in reverse. So it's like, yeah, it's not about being seen so that there's like options or something like that. I feel like it's all about the desired outcome that one has been manifesting to be. So they have allowed for themselves to spend time alone and reflect on past and current situations. They have understood or overly understood that losing themselves in whatever they get involved in is probably like the worst thing that could possibly happen. So look, at least if this is what it is, and this is how it has to be, I'm gonna at least keep me in whatever is going on. And that's what's appreciated more than anything. So you have to understand you for who you are. We just it's just a whole nother level, right? Because one already feels like they have done all that they, and that's just what it is. And it's just like, Girl, boy, child. And I know, and then that's the heartbreak, and that's the resentment, and that's the change that needs to happen. Because if you have that much energy and you have that much time to put into people and you never show up for them in certain ways, over time it becomes a lot. And over time things will be, and over time things will continue to be. It's just like Freaky Friday with the professor or the teacher messing with the daughter because the mom didn't want to date him in high school or something. It's like those resentments just continues on in different forms and different energies is formed from the resentment. So you have to be really mindful of the things that you are still holding on to. When is it truly that necessary? But maybe it is for you. But that's, yeah, a whole nother conversation. For feeling soul contracts with the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's not, man. Just continue to show up for yourself, okay? Do what you have to do for thyself and continue to move forward, knowing that you are worthy of all of the love and compassion and forgiveness in the world. And yes, it was the extravagant lifestyle that one saw being manifested for someone that really made them see or helped them to see the love that they had for their daughter without her even being born, right? So it just breaks my heart when the energy comes to me like, you know, she wouldn't, feel worthy enough to have, you know, her daughter. And it's just, so, anyways, I get emotional when I feel certain energies, and I just be like, if only you guys knew how much love is shared in between energies that you don't even have to personally know. And that's what you hold on to is the love that you can feel through the actions that you see that people demonstrate within their own lives, that maybe they are putting on an act, right? Maybe it's an act, but you have to be careful when you think you know truths about people that you don't know truths about, because people will surprise you. So, anyways, be brave, be honest, defend what you know to be right and true. Resist this energy of doubting. Stay dedicated to your goals, okay? Efforts that will reap success, okay? Why the Knight of Swords? That's a lot that flipped over, y'all. Like, we have the Nine of Cups, the Fool, the Four of Cups, Tower, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it's like it's like something was a missed opportunity. And at the end of the day, just let that be what it is, and don't see things for what they are, but see your wishes being granted in different ways, even if it wasn't in the way that you thought it would come in. Be who you are. Remember who you are. Remember that misery loves company. And you do not have to scoop to certain levels and entertain certain things in order to be relevant. You really don't. But at the same time, you're not going to shy away and allow for yourself to be faded into the background when you still have a voice, when you still are able, when you still know and can actually contribute to the whole. I feel like there's victory on every level, okay? Success and victory. So there has been loss and there has been pain, but at the same time, don't allow for that to stir up the conflict within your family because of the lack of being able to understand what the retreat and to recharge really takes and really is. What's this? Yeah. And what's going on with that pool party too? We never got a clarification on that. So, you know, that's a whole nother thing for me. But I be honest and I say, well, this is what I am holding on to. I'm not holding on to, oh, I have some type of strange addictions and obsessions about being something that I'm not trying to be. But when it comes to the children, and every time I hear or feel like something is going on with the children, I'd be like, what is going on with the children? And that is just what it is. But yeah, that's something I don't know. What's this Knight of Swords with the Fool, with the Four of Cups, with the Tower, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Nine of Cups. Seven of Pentacles and Four of Wands. Yeah. I feel like continue to be your authentic self. Don't be who you are. It's not like a facade or anything. Just make sure that the blessings and abundance is going to where they are supposed to be going to, that the spiritual enlightenment isn't false. It isn't like, yeah, it isn't something that within 8 weeks or 8 months or 8 days or 9 or whatever, within a short period of time you're going to have to walk away from anyways, because of the continued lack of understanding and compassion and really being thyself and accepting thyself. So, but yeah, what's this higher heart activation here? With the Four of Swords and Death. So, I feel like, yeah, I feel like something is not moving slowly though, but I feel like it's all about learning. It's all about the transformation. It's all about accepting that we rise above things that we can't change. And we pray that we are doing the best. Learning when and when not to. But I feel like there's an end to this, heartbreak. And that's like the guidance that you have to, the end, feeling like you need to retreat. It's time to come out and be seen for who you truly are. Or at least allow for yourself to show what you have been holding on to, because it is of value. Like I'm telling you, child, I know, and I don't even know, but I do know, because it's like Exactly. What is going on? And I mean, I get it for myself, but I don't get it for those that have the opportunities to be better. Why are we not better? You know, or are we all just trying to help the ones that can't seem to get going without being more jerked into seeing it? And then if that is the sacrifice, then wow. So, you know, why the Four of Swords with Death with the King of Pentacles? Okay. Yeah. I feel like just make sure you aren't allowing for corruption or illusion to weaken your mind or your success of any kind. See your gifts and your attempts for what they are, and make sure that you are thoroughly paying attention to everything and making sure that you are evaluating and not releasing things, but also not allowing for yourself to go along to get along when eventually you know that it will cause more problems in the end. So it is what it is. um that's really all I have for you, Aries. Okay, I really do hope something resonated with you. I am sending you peace, love, and light, and until next time.